another thing that we have been tracking, and Chris, this was unplanned, but we're going to tack it on to the end of this. Hell, we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. We may as well keep going. The NFL, and I want to get this right. This comes from Mike Garafolo of the NFL. The NFL will proceed with the draft on April 23 to 25, but will cancel public events in Las Vegas. The league is exploring innovative ways for how the process will be conducted. Ultimately, look, here's the thing. April 23, there aren't going to be any sports between now and then, unless knucklehead Dana White keeps conducting UFC events, which somebody needs to tell him to stop it. Stop it now. Even if UFC continues, major sports will not. April 23 will be the return of sport. It'll be the draft, and it will be bigger than ever. All they need is Roger Goodell sitting in a chair, slippers and a pipe and a newspaper and his dog and a crackling fire, reading off the names one after another, and it'll be the most watched draft of all time.
Agreed. You're right. I'm starving already, and it's only been a few days without sports, okay? So, yes. I mean, if that happened, you're right. We don't need much. Just have them say the picks, show us some highlights of these players, and we'll all be tuned in. And yeah, if it does come to that, I'd like to see them do something creative with Roger Goodell. Like, maybe he's sitting in the middle of that Bellagio fountain just all by himself with like an NFL logo behind him. I talked about last week, I'd love to see him like on top of the Empire State Building or like on the top of like the Freedom Tower here in New York City. And he just got an unbelievable view with the NFL shield behind him, and he just do it like that, whatever it is. But I know by that time, if we have no sports by then, we will be starving as a country for some action, and it's not going to take much to get us all to tune in.
And I think we'll all realize that the people who show up are just props. It's background. It's aimed at making us all think it's a bigger deal than it really is, right? And yeah, maybe that draws in a few thousand extra people who think, wow, if all those people are watching it and they're there, maybe I should care about this too. But this is going to be, I'm not going to suggest it's not going to be Super Bowl level ratings, but we need to project forward 6 weeks from now. We're already going stir crazy without sports. You draw it out to April 23, and that's the event, and it will be built up, and that's our diversion, that's our oasis, that's our distraction from all this other crap. I think it could be – no, I think it will be the biggest draft ever from a rating standpoint. The question is, how big will the ratings be?
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think if this was to be the case going forward, it would be huge ratings. And we have storylines that are special with this draft, too, with the whole quarterback situation – Chase Young, these superstar wide receivers. I mean, there's a few storylines, I think, within this draft where you just go, whoa, this could be crazy. This could be a cool year. We could have some real action, in the top 10, people jockeying for position for the quarterback they want, for the receiver they want, for Chase Young, whatever it may be. It has the potential to really be a really cool draft.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.